right, we got a couple things we can do. We can subreddits, blur images, bad tattoos, confessions, crazy f***ing videos, 1 second before disaster, am I the asshole? Let's do it, am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole? Okay.
Yeah, this one's good, and I feel like since you kind of are the asshole, we'll see.
I feel like an asshole.
Yeah, we'll see what your thought is.
Yeah, I'd like to just blanketly apologize.
For what?
In general.
For what?
Everything.
Just in general?
For me.
Just a general apology? I thought you were fine. I thought you were totally fine.
You didn't think I was too rude about the service dog?
No, I don't think so. I don't really care either way. I don't really... I go like this. Am I the asshole for leaving my date alone and drunk in a bar? Should we read that one?
Yeah.
That seems interesting. You want to go first? You want me to go?
Let's go P for P.
Am I the asshole for leaving my date alone and drunk in a bar? I, 25 male, matched with a woman, 25 female. We made plans to meet for food and drinks. We agreed to Uber to the restaurant about 6:30. When I arrived, she was already at the bar drinking. We then got a table. About an hour in, she seemed a little drunk, but I didn't mind. We were having fun, but she didn't seem interested in eating. Finally, I just ordered a few appetizers because I was starving.
When the food came, she ate like 3 bites. I suggested she order something else, but she told me she doesn't get hungry when she's drinking. She was drinking quite a lot, and eventually I noticed a slight slur in her speech, so I decided it was time to call it a night. I paid the check and offered to share an Uber with her and drop her off on the way. She asked me if we could go across the street to another bar for one more. I agreed because I did feel a connection with her, but I made it clear that I really had to go home soon because I have work early in the morning. She agreed that we would go home after one more.
We get to the bar and she ordered a double Jack and Coke as well as a shot for each of us. After we took the shot and finished one drink each, I told her I was calling the Uber and once again offered her a ride. She tried to get me to stay for another, but I nicely declined and told her I'd like to see her again another time. I meant it.
She had a double Jack and Coke and a shot. This girl,
is that a lot?
Yes.
What's a double Jack and Coke?
Two drinks in one. So she had 3 drinks at the second bar.
Interesting.
Yikes. This is when things went bad. I guess the last drink and shot really did her in because she was starting to get loud and obnoxious. I tried multiple times to nicely tell her we should leave, but she kept flirtatiously saying things like, "Are you trying to take advantage of me? I'm not that kind of girl." Whoa. Red flag! I even offered to order her own Uber home, separate from mine, but she told me she wasn't really ready to go home yet. She then told me that if I stayed for one more, she'd come back to my place with me. I said no thank you. I asked if there was anyone I could call to pick her up, but she said no. When my Uber arrived, I offered one more time to take her home and she still refused, but this time she seemed pissed and told me to stop telling her what to do. She also called me a People were starting to stare. The last thing I wanted was to make, isn't it obvious she's the asshole?
Yeah, I think so.
The last thing I wanted was to make a scene. Finally, I just walked out and left her there. By this time, it was 11 p.m., which is a little late for me because I wake up at 5 for work.
She was blowing up my phone for over an hour and cursing me out for leaving. I ended up blocking her and going to sleep. The next day, I woke up to 9 messages from her on Facebook Messenger. She had found my profile and called me every name in the book because I abandoned her at a bar. I ignored the name calling and asked if she got home okay. She hasn't responded. I'm struggling a little because normally I'd never do this to a woman. I have 2 sisters and I'd hate for a guy to just leave them alone if they were that drunk, but at the same time, I don't think it's my responsibility to force her to leave. I tried multiple times, she still refused. I would say you're not the asshole. She's an adult.
What else could he have done?
I don't know. I don't know, yeah.
Because if you're verbally saying repeatedly that she should leave and she won't, you can't physically force her to leave because then you're definitely the asshole.
Then you're a kidnapper.
Yeah. And that's like, I think it's a felony to force someone to do anything physically.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, you're fine. Not the asshole.
She's way out of control. And you know it's wrong when someone has your phone number and they're blowing you up on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, they try to find you any way possible.
Can you imagine?
They hit you up on LinkedIn.
Yeah, they're sending LinkedIn DMs, dude.
Who gets drunk on a first date? Yikes. Someone with a drinking problem. True.
I don't think I've ever been drunk on a first date.
Have you ever been drunk?
Never. Not 35 times on my YouTube channel.
Out of how many videos?
140. Am I the asshole for walking out of my own birthday dinner because my girlfriend turned it into her celebration? So my birthday was last weekend. I'm a 25-year-old male. I don't usually do anything big, but this year a bunch of my friends were in town and my girlfriend, 23-year-old female, offered to plan something. I was genuinely excited. She made a dinner reservation at a nice place I've been wanting to try, and she said she had a little surprise planned. Squirting!
The surprise is that she invited a bunch of her friends, like 6 of them. People I barely know. One of them I actively dislike because she used to hit on me when my girlfriend and I first started dating. My girlfriend brushed it off saying it would make things more fun and lively. Whatever. I tried to roll with it.
Already a nightmare birthday for me. Can you imagine?
No, I would never do that.
So this is a birthday in public with 6 strangers, one of which flirts with you in front of your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm at home.
Winning!
I'm going home.
I'm heading back home.
Whoops, my stomach hurts.
My belly hurts.
Yeah, whoopsies. But then at the dinner, it just got worse. She spent the entire time talking to her friends. I was seated at the far end of the table next to two people I'd never met. She didn't even sit next to me. When the food came, they all toasted her for organizing everything and started talking about her upcoming promotion. Her best friend gave a speech about how she deserves all the happiness in the world. Not one mention of me or my birthday, no cake, no toast, no happy birthday, nothing.
I literally just sat there while everyone gushed over her for 2 hours.
Eventually I got up, paid for my portion of the meal, said I wasn't feeling well, and left. Great.
My belly hurts.
Yep.
It works every time.
I didn't make a scene or yell, I just quietly left.
Later, she texted me saying I embarrassed her in front of her friends and ruined the night. She said she tried really hard to make it special and I was being ungrateful. A few of her friends have messaged me saying I was being immature and that it wasn't that deep.
So they're just talking so much shit behind this guy's back. That's what this really is.
Yeah, that's a bunch of catty bitches, it sounds like.
Yeah, giving him a really hard time, and that's probably why this thing was organized to begin with. Let's show Jonathan just how special you are. We'll all show up for your birthday.
On his birthday.
Yeah. Celebrate you. But I don't know, man. Is it crazy to think my birthday should have been at least a little bit about me? Am I the asshole?
Update, we talked, she doubled down and said the dinner wasn't just about me. It was a chance to celebrate us and her hard work planning it. She admitted she didn't invite my friends because they wouldn't vibe with her circle. Still no happy birthday, no apology, just told me I was being dramatic and should be thankful she even organized something. I guess the dinner really was all about her. So yeah, I ended things.
A final update. Well, this blew up. The post ended up with 24,000 upvotes, over 5,000 comments, even a bunch of awards. I didn't even know people still gave those out. It is sitting at the top of Am I the Asshole or Best Hot and Top for quite a while. My phone's been melting.
So, spoiler alert, I assume people don't think that he's the asshole.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say, obviously, he's not the asshole. That is evil and bad and stupid. It's like I could understand throwing a party and bringing like some of your friends. Like it could be cool if like me and my friends threw a birthday party for Christina, but we made it specifically about her, right?
Yeah.
It would have to be about her. Like we'd have to go over the top to make it be something, to where it's some kind of bit or something funny.
Yeah.
To where she actually feels like she's being appreciated in the way that she would deserve to be on her birthday.
But throwing a birthday party for Chris, and then it's just me, you, and Tom, and Isaiah, and we're all talking about how your channel's killing it, and she's just over in the corner. We're talking about our collabs.
That would be funny.
And then she's like, "Hey guys, I'm not feeling good," and we're like, "You're a real jerk."
And then she posts about us on Reddit, and we get lambasted by the public.
If you guys have a special event coming up, there's one way to make it special, and that's with a pack of Sour Boys.
Sour.gg.
Rainbow Ultimate Edition, my personal
flavors.
favorite.
Sour.gg.
If you got me this for my birthday, I'd be very happy.
Sour.gg. Sour.gg.
Just one pack. Well, I'm gonna have no, I can't actually. It makes me salivate too much, and everyone's gonna be mad as I'm slurping all over the mic. What's the greatest? Can we find the greatest Am I the Asshole story ever? Top all time?
Sure.
Or have you done that before?
I don't think I've done that. Am I the asshole for letting you know I'm divorcing you by sending you a thread on the website that you used to ignore me?
I'm confused.
I'm really confused right now.
Immediately confused by that.
Okay, so let's ignore this because this is an update thing.
Off the rip, she says, "Hi, Stefan. Maybe you will finally listen."
And if you're wondering if you can just speed home and stop me from doing this and leaving, it's too late. This is like a movie or something.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm sending you this after I've already loaded everything in the car and left. Don't worry. I spoke with our landlords and took my name off the lease. I've set up a direct deposit for the next month's rent, and after that, you're on your own, buddy.
Whoa. What, so he called her buddy and she's like pissed?
She's like swinging it back.
Yep. I guess you're wondering why. I'm guessing you'll act like you're completely blindsided, right? Because you've done absolutely nothing wrong and you're a great husband and father to be, aren't you?
Well, buddy, let me break it down for you in a language you understand.
I, 29 feet, I love how we get right back into.
Dude, he must like Reddit so much that she broke up with him using Reddit.
That's insane. This is deep. I, 29 female, have been married to my husband, 35 male, for 5 years, and we've been together for nearly 10. On paper, everything seemed fine, but in reality, our marriage has been anything but. I've reached my breaking point, and I need to know I'm the one in the wrong here. I meant to say if.
From the beginning, my mother-in-law has been a nightmare. She made everything about her from day one. At our wedding, she whore white, claiming it was a family tradition. It wasn't. She constantly criticizes me, from my cooking to my appearance. I'll never forget the time she called me fat at a family gathering right in front of everyone. And what did my husband do? Nothing. Not a single word to defend me. I'd slap my mom up if she did that to Christina.
You said she whore white.
Yeah.
I love that.
What of it?
She whore white.
She whore white.
What are you whoring today? It didn't stop there. She has accidentally destroyed my belongings, including my grandmother's necklace, which she threw out because it looked cheap. I can't speak. It looked like cheap costume jewelry. She's gone out of her way to make me feel small and unwelcome in my own home, but every time I tried to talk to my husband about it, he'd brush it off, saying I was overreacting or being too emotional.
Classic men moment. And then there's my husband. He's always on Reddit, constantly giving strangers relationship advice, which is laughable considering how he treats me. He spends more time rating women's boobs on Reddit than talking to me.
No.
Literally. That's crazy. And just so you know, the last pair he rated weren't a 4 out of 10, they were a 10 out of 10. Yeah, he's got plenty of time to do that, but can't be bothered to remember anything about my life. He'll forget my birthday, our anniversary, even simple things like what I'm working on or what's important to me, but he has a perfect memory for his work schedule and things that matter to him.
Yeah, just to harken back to what we said, if you forget someone's birthday outright, that's not good. Like your
That's
girlfriend.
bad, yeah.
Definitely. When we fight, he becomes incredibly hostile and always throws in a sarcastic buddy at the end of his sentences. We knew that. Like I'm some acquaintance he can barely tolerate, and he never cleans. The house, the dishes, laundry, you name it, it's all on me. It's like he thinks being an adult is optional as long as he's got his job and his Reddit account.
Reddit! The final straw came a few weeks ago. I'm 5 months pregnant with our first child, a daughter. My mother-in-law started making comments about how she'll have to whip the girl into shape and how she'll raise her to be tough because I'm too soft. When I told my husband that I didn't want his mother to have too much influence on her daughter, especially with the way that she treats me, he just laughed it off, saying his mother means well and that I was overthinking it.
But the moment that truly broke me was when we were talking about future childcare. My husband suggested that his mother should watch our daughter while we work. I told him I wasn't comfortable with that, especially considering how his mother treats me, and he snapped. He called me paranoid and said I should get over it because his mother was going to be a big part of our daughter's life, whether I liked it or not.
This is the same woman who believes corporal punishment is okay. Does that mean,
What's corporal punishment?
is that like when you get killed?
I don't know what that means.
Death penalty?
Is that what that is?
Corporal punishment?
I feel like that's getting killed. Corporal punishment, is that getting killed at the work, getting gunned down at the workplace? That's what I think.
That's what it is. New definition just unlocked. I've seen her hit my husband's nephew for the smallest things, and no one does anything about it. Oh, corporal punishment is in... Capital punishment is when you get killed.
Corporal punishment, is that when you beat your kids?
It seems like it, yes. Severe punishment. It's like they're all living in some sort of cult, and I'm finally waking up to the reality of what's going on. If he wouldn't stand up for me, how could I expect him to stand up for our child? I started to fear for what kind of environment our daughter would grow up in. A place where she might be belittled or bullied by her own grandmother with a father who wouldn't do anything to stop it.
Oh, and did I mention that he missed our first ultrasound? That's unacceptable. I'll say that.
crazy.
His mother needed him to help her with something urgent. It turned out to be fixing her Wi-Fi. Yo, I would get killed, dude.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. He chose that over seeing our daughter for the first time. That told me everything I needed to know about where I stand in his life.
So I packed up and left. I'm done living like this. Oh, and in case you're wondering, I've already contacted a lawyer. You can't scare me into complying anymore because I have all those texts. You know exactly which ones I'm talking about.
Ooh.
So Stefan, oh, sorry, go ahead.
So Stefan, or Stefan, I wish you all the best in your future marriage with your mother and the woman of Reddit whose boobs you don't even deserve.
Am I the asshole for leaving my husband after he neglected me for years, let his mother mistreat me, and made me fear for our future daughter's safety? Well, obviously not. And also, was this posted by, okay, for some reason I thought maybe she posted it with his account.
That would be hilarious.
That would have been crazy, because how does she know about the boob thing? How does that work? Let's see the comments.
I guess she probably looked through his phone, or...
Stefan, buddy, please reply and tell us how much of a good boy you are. Mommy will be so proud.
Yeah, so he has just a dominant matriarch mother who's just way out of control and like controlled him his whole life.
Mommy loves him.
Yeah, mommy.
Mommy, mommy.
Does your mommy control you?
No, I have the sweetest, nicest, most understanding mom.
Really?
I mean, you've seen me be a total shithead. She loves
true.
me still. She
That's
doesn't
true.
control me.
Yeah.
She's very nice.
Yeah. She seems nice. I wish I could have met her longer.
If I found my wife on Reddit rating people's penises and it was like not a funny thing, like if she was giving everyone 1 out of 10s and 2 out of 10s, that could be
funny.
hilarious.
Yeah.
But if like 10 out of 10
Oh,
cock,
that's crazy.
making me sweat.
Yeah.
That hard on's making me sweat.
That's insane.
I'd be upset.
Clint, what's that website where people put their little dicks in costumes? What Reddit is that? Shit, what is that?
Y'all are crazy.
But if your girlfriend was on that Reddit, r/cock costumes or whatever.
Rate my cock.
Cox
costume?
play? Cox play? Something like that? Let me make sure all our mics, oh shit, all our mics are working. That was ironic.
Make sure the mic's working real quick.
Cos penis.
Cos
You want to check out
penis.
the Cos penis Reddit?
Yeah, I guess everything just severely has to be blurred.
This is the website that I would never recover from if my fiance was on Cos penis.
That's creative. Is that CGI? Or you think that's a miniature? Or was that a miniature, like actual ship there?
Dude, that looks like an image it was just photoshopped into.
What are the top ones? Let's see the top. Let's see the best of the best, because we're seeing some low level stuff right now. Yeah, okay, I like this one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's awesome.
A fruit bat.
That's creative.
That's crazy, I didn't mean to click on it. All right, anyways, yeah, imagine, what would you do if you pulled up on that and that was in the Reddit history? 10 out of 10.
I'd be upset.
I'd be a little freaked out.
I'd be so shocked.
I know, me too.
I'd be like, really?
This seems weird.
You could have dressed mine up. I don't necessarily want you to, but I'm willing to let you do that.
I'd have loved it. I'd have danced.
You'd let her do the bat one?
Yeah, the fruit bat.
Where you flap your thighs and it looks like a bat's flying?
Yeah, and it goes.
Am I the asshole for forcing my son to give me half of his income? I'm very curious, because my first reaction is yes.
For sure, that is also my first reaction. Are you the asshole for son, I guess?
Yeah. I won the lottery, $1,000 a day for life. I'm 58, my son is 19.
Damn.
So doing $365K a year.
That's pretty damn good. I went to him and told him that I wanted to make a deal. I would give him the ticket. In return, he would give me half of the money until I die. Then he gets all the money. He said he needed to think about it. Sorry.
Just like that, they're not the asshole.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, immediately not the asshole.
Damn. Vindicated. I am selfish. I am strong. I am right. I swear I'm right. Swear I knew it all along. And he came back and said, it wasn't really fair for me to want half.
Yeah.
He said that I could live another 40 years, that he might need the money more, and that I should take 20%.
I said I would think about it.
I signed the ticket and claimed the lump sum.
I'm seeing a lawyer to set up my son for life. His education will be paid for, and when he gets older, he'll be able to purchase a home for free, basically. A trust fund will be set up so he gets a good amount of money for the rest of his life.
Now he is pissed that I went back on my offer.
I thought I was being smart, but I didn't realize how greedy he was. He also told my ex about the money, and she is pissed that I'm not giving her anything. We've been divorced for years. I owe her nothing.
No, I won't give you anything if you ask. There's a reason I'm using a throwaway.
Whoa.
This guy's having a hard time. Yeah, top comment is your son is a greedy idiot for not taking your 50% offer. Yeah, I mean, this should be a very valuable learning lesson for your child.
Yeah.
And I think he should have brought the hammer of God down when his son said he wanted 80% instead of 50.
I would have smacked him upside the f***ing head.
Because this is like, this is like you just found a magic genie bottle and you just like threw it in the trash. Like nobody gets $500 a day for the rest of their life. That's like unbelievable amount of comfort.
He came back and said it really wasn't fair to me to want half. He said I could live another 40 years, that he might need the money more and that I should take the other 20%.
Can you imagine that conversation? I'd be so pissed.
Dude.
I don't, 500 a day, that's it? I need 800. You get 200.
Me when my dad who wins the lottery doesn't give me 80%.
Yeah. I would just be listening. I'd be listening. I'd be like, okay. Yeah, buddy, I'll give you your little boom. And I'd keep 100. That's so crazy.
Yeah, you're right. That is f***ing insane.
I would be so jazzed to get $100 a day for the rest of my life.
Same.
A guaranteed $100 a day.
That's a per diem. That's like, you could spend that on food. You could feed your family every day for free.
Dude, $700 a week for nothing?
For doing nothing at all.
I might retire right now.
If you got 1,000 a day, you could retire right now.
Oh, easily. I don't need 1,000 a day.
No, that's a lot.
I would probably, if I had 1,000 a day, I'd probably be helping people out. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you...
Especially I'd kick Mustafa and Eli to the streets.
Dude, easy. Easy, bud.
It's all mine. No, you could do a lot with that. This son is an idiot, and he blew it big time.
Yeah, not the asshole, obviously.
The son
Stupid.
is such an asshole. I'm shocked at how it spanned.
Yeah. All right, here's a short one. Let's do one more short one.
This girl, 18-year-old female, got pregnant, and she and her parents wanted me, 19-year-old male, to step up and help her raise her baby. I am not the dad, but I want to go into the corpse. I told her no, I feel bad though. How is him wanting to go into the corpse related? I guess we'll find out.
The core. Look at this.
Is that milk?
I didn't know, I just took a big sip of it and I had no idea what it was.
Whoa.
It's creatine.
Okay, about to say, because that looks like some kind of sperm.
Schmutz, brother.
That looks like...
That's really gross.
That looks like mochi nut.
Oh, it's wet. Also, that's the core, Marine Corps.
Corpse.
The corpse. I told her no. Basically, this girl I always had a crush on got knocked up by some random loser, and now while she is pregnant, she's been wanting to date me. Her parents want me to step up and be a man, so they don't have to help her take care of the baby for the next 18 years and have her stay with them. She's not a piece of cake, by the way. Does that mean she's not nice? Or...
Yeah, she's hard to be around.
But the thing is, I'm not the dad. She said she wants me to be her boyfriend and for me to get a job and a place for her and me to live to help raise our kid.
Yeah, that's all fucking fine and dandy.
That seems fucking insane.
That sounds good. No. My dad told me to tell her to go herself and not to put my dreams to the side, and that I am so young and just a kid myself, and to never ever in my entire life get involved with her. He said her baby is not my responsibility, and he will be heartbroken if I voluntarily take on this burden. He fully supports me going into the Corps. I told her I do not want to get involved with her. Her dad told me I am not a real man.
Update, I've been able to successfully block this girl and her parents on all social media platforms and their phone numbers and home phone, as well as my cell phone.
Who has a home phone anymore?
Not many people. I've been able to successfully block everybody. Temporary restraining order. There's a legal process that you have to go through. Does it need to be that?
I don't think it needs to go to that level.
How would you even get a restraining order against someone who just wants you to be, you don't even own anything. And they must like really be stalking. If they do, the sheriff will have his deputies go to their house and bring them to the local jail. That doesn't.
Are they outside his bedroom window like pinging on it? Man up! Take care of the kid!
They're not even yours! Like, I don't understand how you would ever be able to get a restraining order.
This situation, I think, is probably bullshit.
Yeah, this seems fake. I don't think it's that easy to get. There's like people who are victims of real stalking. Not saying this guy isn't stalked. There's not a lot of information here, but it seems kind of like BS, though. It seems kind of like BS.
Because unless he's leaving information out, all they said was raise the kid, be a man.
Be a man!
And he's like, he said, I'm gonna get a restraining order.
Yeah.
You know what I would do if some random lady told me that I had to raise her kid?
She explains the whole series. This is what I would do. What? I would think you would do.
What?
She says it and I'm you, and she's right here. You what?
Yeah. Nothing against single moms and nothing against men who step up in other people's families. It's a very noble thing to do.
Yeah, like if somebody needs help, there's nothing wrong with that.
But to put the onus of the blame on someone who wasn't their decision is just wrong. She's wrong, obviously.
Yeah, she's crazy.
But if you did want to step up, and if you're stepping up and taking care of someone else's kids, we applaud you.
Yeah, exactly. That is a noble thing for sure. Children need to be taken care of. And as Hillary Clinton said, it takes a village.
And just like Hillary Clinton also said, Sour.GG Rainbow Candy available now. The tastiest, the bestest.
Sour.GG!
You're an asshole if you don't like it.
Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Go to the Brandon Buckingham channel, Brandon Buckingham Show.
Well, I don't even know.
Link it all.
Yeah, link it.
Link it all and all that shit. We'll see you in the next one.
Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Logs, mother.